The Glazers are still in charge, not of the football operation. That is not in the shareholder agreement. They do not have control over that. They have a say on the money that is spent, but the dominant control sits with INEOS. Let's move forward here. Aiming for the top, of course, you have to pay for quality. Absolutely. This is, Liverpool know this. Liverpool broke the world record on centre-backs, the world record on goalkeepers. Arsenal just spent a huge amount of money on midfielders. Chelsea spent £250,000. Actually, you had nearly 300 million on 3 midfielders. That's not a dig. It's the way it is. Something Man United are bad because they might pay someone 200 grand a week. Get fucked. Get the fuck out of here. How would you say it if I was Italian? Get the fuck out of here.
Hey.
Say it in Italian. It probably sounds better in Italian.
He doesn't even speak Italian.
Speak Sicilian.
Speak Sicilian.
It's different. It's different.
Well, say it in Sicilian then.
Vaffanculo.
Oh, I've heard that on the Sopranos. Now I know what it means. I didn't know that's what it meant. It was in the opening scene, I think, where Tony's with the therapist and he's talking about not Bush Cassidy. He's talking about some American person, and then he ends it with, say it again.
Vaffanculo.
Yeah, he ends it by saying that, but he doesn't quite say it with that. He says it with like a sort of. Because one of the things I love about Sopranos is when they say things like espresso and things like this that they don't really know their own words, which is brilliant, which is absolutely brilliant. Viewers, make sure you hit the like button and make sure you're subscribing. Man City got a little bit scary yesterday, didn't they? Turns out that Pep's going to be staying for at least one more year, but I think the fear factor is there is that 1 year additional extension for him now, which. We did a video over last week saying that he was going to sign a new 1 year deal. And I felt like as great as that was for City, it showed that it's over. At the end of next season, it's finished. He's done. You've got light right close to the end of the tunnel. You can look beyond them. We know how powerful and potent and brilliant he is. There was always like a Christmas deadline that I remember reading back in the summer that he had to kind of decide by Christmas. But now there's this additional year, which, as far as I can see, none of the early reports suggested. How significant, Giuseppe, is this for Man City and, of course, rivals like yourself?
Yeah, I think it's huge if he does stay. I still don't think this 100% means he does stay. I think that there's a realm where he signed the year extension and then still goes come the end of the season. I think also he's probably put a clause in there as well if them charges come out to be true that he won't stay. But even if he probably will stay, and for another season, it's going to be scary because obviously he's the greatest manager in the world right now, and he's one of 2 of the best of all time in the Premier League. So of course you got to realize that it's going to be tough. But I am scared.
Why you're shaking, bro?
I wouldn't say I'm scared. I think it's time. I think that it's towards the end of his period now. I think that it could not be as amazing as he's been.
You think he's finished? You think he's over the hill?
No, I don't think he's over the hill.
You're saying he's washed, bruv?
I don't think he's
over the hill. You're saying he's Mike Tyson?
He's kidding. He's scared.
Oh yeah, I'm scared. Yeah.
You are scared. I know you are. I know every Arsenal fan is scared. No, I'm not.
Listen, at the end of the day,
you guys know. You know why you're scared, right? Because now you have to make a decision at the end of the season. The excuse of people saying, "Why would we sack Arteta if we know Pep is leaving and he's gonna dominate because we have the best team after him?" That excuse is gone, and you know that. You know the problem with this. With Pep staying is, and by the way, the reason why we're talking Arsenal people, because Amorim is new, Slot is new, Maresca is new. We know that, right? So the only team that still has the same manager for over 4 years is Arsenal. It's not an agenda, it's just reality, guys. The only team that cannot after this season say, but Pep is leaving, we're going to dominate. What if he extends even beyond next season? What is the excuse then? There are no excuses. You know that you will have to make a decision at the end of the season in case Arteta doesn't win. And at the current moment, it doesn't look like you're winning, right?
Here's the thing, right?
So you know the decision has to be made. Because I've heard this with all due respect, I've heard this many times now Why
No.
would we sack the second best manager in the league? If the first one leaves, our manager will dominate, right? That's what people say.
First
Now
of all,
that
Mo,
excuse is not there.
First of all, I was saying to this actually to my friends the other day when we were talking about Arteta and that, and we were discussing about this season. And I said, do you know what the thing is? Do you know why the biggest reason why I've not jumped so much on this? If I would keep Arteta, if I wouldn't keep him, it's because I don't think it bloody matters. He's staying, regardless of what happens this season. The club's keeping him. The stuff that I read with when it comes
But
to
I want
Arsenal,
your opinion. What do
my
you
opinion.
think?
Yeah, but
Yes.
once again, my opinion is talk to me at the end of the season, because there's too many factors for me to look at in the sense of sacking him and not sacking him. Yeah, there's factors. There is definitely factors. The manager we're bringing in, how the season ends, if we've won anything. It's all these factors. I can't tell you right now. And once again, I've said it before.
I'm not saying anything to put me right now.
If we won nothing this season and we weren't in the title race, yeah, we have to look at alternatives. 100%.
What if you are in the title race?
If we're in the title race,
what makes it more okay? What if you are in the title race this season again, but you don't win it? Okay, by the way, the reason why I'm saying that, because I actually thought Arsenal would be much stronger than this now. At the current moment, you have to go back on track. What if you are in the title race and Pep Guardiola goes next summer completely renovate the squad, they spend money, because you know why he's staying, because of the rebuild, right? You know, he's staying for the rebuild, right?
If we're come the last few games of the season in the title race, which would mean Arteta has turned it around this season 100%, because right now you'd argue that we're not in the title race. So if you come the end of the season where last couple games we can win the league, yeah, I would potentially, I don't know how I'll feel at that time. I'll potentially be saying I want to see him with a new sporting director, because I actually am one of the people that hasn't rated Edu, and I think Edu let him down on multiple transfer windows. I know he spent money, and a lot of people, Arteta spent loads of money, but I think he's also been let down when there times when it was crunch times in the transfer window. I think he got let down by Edu. So there is an argument for me to say maybe, but then it depends how I feel come the end of the season. I don't know how we're going to do in the cups, the Champions League. Like, say we get knocked out in the knockout stage of the Champions League, the next stage we get knocked out to some crap team, and then we go out in the next round of the Carabao Cup, early exit in the FA Cup, and then we title challenge. Then that ain't going to be enough probably for me. I'll probably be pissed off and want to look at options. But if we get to like the final of a cup, maybe don't win it because it's like, I don't know, we play Liverpool in the final or something, and it just is one of them games or something like that. You don't know, innit? That's why I say there's factors to be involved in my decision. I can't answer now to what I will think at the end of the season, because right now is a bad time to even look at it.